Hi, everyone. This is Carrie Little, real estate agent, just like you. Today, we're going to talk about digital execution. I remember when I started selling real estate in 2001, the broker of my company told me that I had to manage all of my own marketing. I had to generate all of my own leads. They might give me some leads, but I now had to learn how to be a marketer. And back then, it really wasn't that difficult because we may have knocked on doors, we walked our subdivisions or the cities we lived in, we put out doorknob bags, we put flyers in laundromats, we paid for advertising in grocery stores, newspaper ads, magazines, you name it, direct mail, we did it. Now, with digital marketing, we have to do things a lot differently. So today, we have to figure out how to convert people on social media, how to build landing pages, what keywords make me click. Am I blogging? Should I blog? Am I on YouTube? Can people find me on YouTube? What is an ad word? Am I driving traffic to my websites? What's my niche and is it working? As a real estate agent, managing social media, it can be easy. It might be challenging for some, but it can be done. We have to be innovative with what we do. In building that social media marketing plan, it's really not that hard when you sit back and you think about what you're already doing. What we're going to do today is take our digital marketing to the next level with a focused social media marketing strategy. When we talk about strategy, we often have to step back in what we're doing. So we have to figure out where we are in order to know where we're going. When I started selling real estate, I really wasn't anywhere because I didn't know what I was doing. So my base point was I had to come up with my sphere of influence. I had to put them into an Excel spreadsheet so I could create mailing labels so I could mail. So where I was, I had no clients. So my strategy was to get clients. In social media marketing or in all digital marketing, you need to know where you are. So here are some things I want you to answer. And you can answer them quickly. You might even want to take a screenshot or pause to come back to this later. So are you on social media? Yes or no? Do you have a marketing plan? Yes or no? And I mean marketing plan. Do you have a social media marketing plan or strategy? Because you might have a marketing plan and social media isn't in that marketing plan. Are you generating leads or brand awareness on social media? Yes or no? Do you have a following on social media? Do you know? If you answered no to any of these questions, you're in the right place because I'm going to help you come up with a social media or a digital marketing strategy so you can start executing what you may already have, but you really didn't have a focused strategy. The first thing I want you to do, as you take notes, I want you to take inventory of your social profiles. How many profiles do you have? Do you have Facebook? Do you have a Facebook business page? Write the names down of all of them. And it might just be as simple as getting out a 70-page notebook and writing down all of your social profiles. Facebook, Facebook business group. Maybe you have a Facebook page for the city you live in. Maybe you're managing a team page. Write down all of those social profiles. Do you have Instagram? Do you have LinkedIn? Are you using Google Plus? What social media profiles do you have and how many? Review your social profiles. Focus on the profiles that you actually use and that where you have engagement. So when you review your social media profiles, so if you wrote down 5, when you look at those 5, go back to Facebook. And are you using Facebook? If not, are you using your Facebook business page? If you have LinkedIn, are you using those pages? Which of those social pages are you actually using? And then when you look at those, are you getting engagement? So step 1 was take inventory. Step 2, now that you know how many profiles, where do you actually have engagement and which ones are you actually going to and using? How many connections do you have on Facebook? So if I were building out a layout, I would have the social media, how many How many do I have? And on those pages, am I using them? And then how many friends or followers do I have? You need to know that number because that will help you in how you market to those people on social media. The number of your connections will determine your strategy. So for me, I'm almost at 5,000 for Facebook. And that's only because I need to have time to look to see if I know you, or if we only have one connection, I need to know if your Facebook page is, if your personal page is fake. So how many connections do you have? And when I say this determines your organic strategy, this is just like your sphere of influence. The people that are likely to refer to you are the same people that are likely to refer to you on social media, where organic means you didn't spend money to pay for it. You may have spent time engaging, but you didn't spend money to have that connection. If you don't have a social media account, create one. If you're not willing to create one, maybe if you're on a team, use that team Facebook page or LinkedIn page. You can, the reason why I recommend Facebook and LinkedIn is because LinkedIn gives you a business resume. So if you're not on anything, LinkedIn is great because now you can build this resume where people can connect with you or at least find you if they Google you. Facebook, because it's still the number one social media platform out there. So I highly recommend Facebook because that's where you're probably going to get the most engagement. Now, if you are on social media, I recommend that you consider adding Instagram. Why Instagram? Because Facebook now owns Instagram, and you can connect your business page with Instagram. So when you pay to play, if I spend $10 on Facebook, my business page, that same $10 is incorporated into a sponsored ad on Instagram. So I won't spend an additional 10, I'll just spend 10 for both platforms. So I do recommend that. If you're not sure which pages to start with, think about your network. Where would your network likely be? If I say to you, will you use Snapchat? And your answer to me is, what is it? You're not going to use Snapchat. If you are a millennial or the internet generation, they're on Snapchat and Instagram, guaranteed. If you are Gen X or a baby boomer, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, I recommend that you incorporate Instagram. If you are not using anything, at least Facebook. Now, if you're at a point where you're on, let's say, if you're someone on LinkedIn, I would definitely incorporate a business page on LinkedIn because now you can have that page as well. If you are on any of these platforms and you're just watching, I need you to start focusing on probably Facebook and just build your LinkedIn account so when people Google you, they can find you. If you are going to integrate Instagram, and even if you already have Instagram, if you don't want to have your personal page connected to your Facebook business page, you can create an additional Instagram account. So here where you see my name, if I click this drop-down menu, I actually have more than one Instagram account. But if you want to connect your personal page, you can. So under step 1, you click on your image. Then step 2, you click edit profile. And then under step 3, try Instagram business. And then your business pages, you just log in with Facebook, and then Instagram helps you find your business page. And then the benefit is when you pay to play, you can advertise in both places. So I do recommend that. If you are on social media, but not actively engaging on social media, it's time to start. So what do I mean? If you are someone that goes to social media and you can tell me everything about me because I posted about my kids, my grandkids, my dog, my friends, my family, where I was this weekend, and you call me and we talk and you know everything about me, you're not engaging on social media. You're just stalking me. I mean, really, I know you're not because you're talking to me about it, but it's kind of weird because you can talk to me, but you won't engage. I get it. My mother says she's never going to talk to me on social media. She'll call me. Okay, fine. She's retired. She can watch, or you can call it watching. My suggestion is you start engaging on social media. If you go to a networking event today and you're not engaging, if you're standing over to the side and watching, you're not going to engage and you're not going to generate any new business. So you need to start engaging. If you go to a baseball game, are you talking to the people that you came with? Are you talking to the people that are next to you? A few weeks ago, we went to a baseball game, and before we left, I knew the people that were sitting in front of me. I knew the people that were sitting to the left of me. I knew the people that were sitting behind me. So the people that were sitting in front of me actually knew one of my high school kids' teachers because they were both teachers. And then I also found out that that same teacher was sitting about 2 rows over. He was at the game too. Now, how did I find this out? Because I engaged. Talk to people. Talk to people on social media. If someone has a birthday, say happy birthday. If you have an iPhone or an iPad, those products on the app allow you to create a video, and then you have these images where you can have balloons, and then you have the video that says happy birthday. So you can say happy birthday and make it better than just text. Start engaging. People like it. And by the way, to get 2,000 people say happy birthday to you, it's kind of nice. It's almost better than a party, even though I might still like the party. So let's build a plan that works for you based on your network. If you are a basic or new social media user, so if you have under 500 or 1,000 friends or followers on social media, post at least once a day. At least once a day. If not once a day, a few times a week. Engage with your followers, and more than a like, respond with intention. If I make a post and I say, check out this new cake I made or this cake I baked, say, oh, wow, Carrie, that's fabulous. Tell me. Or you could just like it, but when you start to engage, the way Facebook algorithm works, the more people that you engage with and the more people that engage with you, you actually become top news for that person. So if you're engaging with a lot of people, they will see your post before they'll see someone else's post where they're not engaging. It's almost like having a lot of friends. If you're the life of the party, people like it when you show up because not only do you bring life, but everyone talks to you. Same thing applies to social media. You almost wonder if that's how Facebook made their algorithm work. Now, if you're that intermediate in the middle user and you have more than 1,000 followers, maybe 3,000, I would say post at least 2 times a day, at least. Don't worry. If you're posting 2 times a day, your 3,000 friends are not on Facebook all day. They're not. And if you're not engaging, I can guarantee you they might see 1. But if you start to engage, yes, they'll see more. And that's okay, because you're not going to just post your listings and then, wow, look at me. I just sold another house. You're going to give relevant information. You're going to give statistics. You're going to talk about the change in taxes. You're going to talk about the areas you live in, the parks, the walking areas, or the places. Or did you know that we have 10 new dog parks? Did you know that in our city we have great water parks? Or did you know that we have this many lakes and these are the places where you can bring your own boat? What can you do to help people engage with you where it's not just all about your listings and that you're the top agent? We know you're the top agent, but as the top agent, give me relevant information. I want you to create video, at least a 60-second video. Now, you could do it once a week. You could do it every day. Once a day might be challenging. I'm still trying to figure that one out. The reason why I say a 60-second video is because that 60-second video that you put on your business page, Facebook business page, when you pay to boost or advertise, you can add it to Instagram. And Instagram, the longest video can be 60 seconds. So at least 60 seconds. If you don't want to be seen on Instagram or in a video for Instagram or Facebook, create a video where you're showcasing something and talking about it. My goal is to try to go on Instagram or Facebook and do a 60-second tip from Carrie. That's my goal. Is it happening every day? No, but that is still my goal, to give you a 60-second tip. If you don't know where to find content, go to your MLS, search, your price point. What's the best price point in the cities you work in? So I could pull a specific city And let's say we know that the hot price point is 300,000 or less for 3 or 4 bedrooms. And I can say, hey, everyone, today is whatever day it is. Let's pretend like it's October 1st. Today is October 1st. And as of today, we have 10 new listings under 300,000 with at least 3 bedrooms. Contact me for more information or to get started in the home buying process. That's less than 60 seconds, and you gave real information. And the reason why I said as of today is because tomorrow there'll be 11 or 8. I would love if you can go live once a month as an intermediate user. Now, I would like it more than that, but if you could go live on Facebook, Periscope, or the Instagram Live, you could also go live on YouTube. If you can go live on, let's say, Facebook, and you hold your phone horizontally, make sure your app is updated. Once you're finished with the live post, you can save it to your phone and you can upload it to your YouTube channel to create your own playlist for real estate. So you can use this video, multi-purpose content, for another platform. You could also post this on Google+. The point is, when you go live video trumps regular video. It's more likely to be watched and engaged with. If you don't know what to say on going live, again, talk about what's available. Now, you can't share someone else's listing without permission, but you can talk about what's available. I live in whatever subdivision, and we have 3 new listings. This is the name of the subdivision. Contact me, and I can help you view these homes. What can you talk about that's relevant? If you are a part of the group, the You Get It group, where you understand social media, you probably have more than 3,000 friends on Facebook. Followers are pretty high. I want you to post at least 2 to 3 times a day as well. Create video and go live at least once a week. If you're not ready for live, I need you to post video at least once a week. You can use apps on an Apple product called iMovie. So I can go to all of the parks in the city I live in, create 5 to 10-second videos. Then I can combine those videos to showcase the parks in the city I live in or work in. If I work with horse properties, I can talk about horse properties and combine those videos. If you are on a Droid phone, you could use something called Viva Video. There are other tools you can use. If you are a Droid user but you have a Mac computer, you can take those videos and upload them to Dropbox and also use iMovie. So there's a product for every platform. You just need to start using them. If you're the You Get It group, start building your own graphics. I use a tool called Canva, C-A-N-V as in Victor A.com. You can sign up with Facebook, no cost. There is a free version. And consider to share at different times on different platforms. So when I post on Facebook, I'm probably going to post on Twitter at a different time. Now, it's okay to post on Facebook and Twitter at the same time, but occasionally you may want to post different content on different platforms. So then you can differentiate yourself a little bit. What I post on Snapchat is not what I post on Facebook. So you might want to mix that up a little bit. So live video, you want to create a title that makes your network want to watch. So one that I created in July was Lifestyle in Your Home. What do you want and what can you afford, or should you live beneath your means? This video had a reach of over 1,200 and 547 views. And I hadn't paid to play yet. So this is an organic reach. These are people that would have likely watched without me paying for it. If I choose to boost it, I can reach more. So people that aren't really on my business page. Then I can give a call to action in the feed of this post. So I can say, click here to ask your questions privately, or click here to start the home buying process. Click here to determine where you want to live. So I can give you a link to my website. I can give you a link to a landing page. I could even put my email address in, because my goal is to get you to talk to me. So let's talk about your social media schedule. What is your posting schedule going to look like? This is going to look different for all of you. And if you haven't watched the Hootsuite webinar, watch the Hootsuite webinar, because I show you how you can schedule your posts for the entire month and how to get auto feeds from Real Simple Syndication. So for How many posts will you have on Facebook? How many posts per day on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Google Plus, Tumblr, Pinterest, whatever you're using? How many posts will you have per day? And it might be once a week. And if you use a tool called Hootsuite, you can schedule all of these posts and plan it in your digital marketing strategy. Execution on all levels. Video brings engagement. People are more likely to engage with you if you add video. Brand yourself for consistency on your platforms. And what do I mean? You should look the same on Facebook and Twitter. So your banners can look the same or at least similar. And I use Canva for that, or I can use Fiverr, Fiverr, the number 5 spelled out with 2 R's.com. You can pay someone $5 to build your Facebook banner, your Twitter banner, and your LinkedIn banner. And if you didn't know, yes, you can have banners on LinkedIn. And this way you look consistent across all platforms. And then you can take some of those banners and use them in your direct mail. So when people find you, you look the same or at least similar. They don't have to be exact, but similar. Use landing pages in Facebook when you execute. Facebook has a one-click for registration. So if you do pay to play, and this is how you find it if you're taking notes, top right-hand corner of Facebook, click that little arrow. And when you create an ad, you want to choose lead generation, because lead generation, Facebook creates the landing page for you. So if you create a video on the 5 steps to homeownership or the 10 steps to homeownership or the 10 top cities for luxury or the 10 places you might want to consider for vacation homes, you can click now to find out. When they click, people sign up with Facebook. So Facebook gives you their name and email, maybe phone number, at least name and email. So Facebook gives you this data with one click. So that would be a great way to start. Now, Google Forms, you can create your own landing pages with Google Forms. You do have to build it yourself, and you must have a Google account or a Gmail account to do it, and you have to be signed in. So I can create surveys, I can create forms, I can call one my buyer form, my seller form, here are my tips forms, and I believe you can add a download to those forms, and that doesn't cost you anything. The landing pages in Facebook, you do have to pay to play. There is no set fee, so you could choose to spend $10 to get someone to click when you set your budget. When we talk about finding your audience, you need to know who your target market is. For me, my target market, when I look at my insights on my Facebook business page, and all you have to do is click insights, is 35 and older, most likely to be a woman. You should also check your social media channel demographics to find out who's engaging with you. And then you need to know where do you generate your leads? So even if you're not on social media, you should know your niche market. When I started in real estate, my office, no one wanted to work FHA. So I learned everything I can learn about FHA. Now I work with everyone, but I became an expert with first-time homeowners because I needed leads. So if you were going to let me do a home buyer's workshop, I was going to do it. And I knew just as much as a lender knew about FHA. Is your audience downsizing? Do you have first-time sellers, first-time buyers, luxury, horse properties, vacation homes, relocation? What is your audience buying? You need to know who your audience is on social media. And it's not hard to find if you click the analytics. And you can't get analytics on a personal page for Facebook. You can get analytics on a business page. And if you use tools like Hootsuite to schedule your marketing, you can get analytics on Hootsuite to figure out where your audience is or where they're coming from. When we talk about a marketing budget for social media or just a marketing budget, some of you have a budget and let's say your spend is $1,000 a month. Some of you might say, Carrie, it's $200. I'm good with that. I get it. But if you're spending, I had a friend recently say, Carrie, I spent $1,200 on direct mail. And I was like, really? And she said, yeah, she paid for the list from the company. They designed all her postcards. And I say you should still do direct mail. But if you're going to spend $1,200, $1,500, $2,000, $500, $100, I want you to take a portion of that marketing and move it into social media marketing because it doesn't cost you as much to get data. Now, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google Plus, YouTube, they're all collecting our data. These are big data companies, and big data just means the amount of data on the internet or these websites. They're capturing our data because we're giving it to them. We are telling them what kind of books we like to read, the kind of shoes we like, if our kids are having babies, if someone recently passed away. They can find out if someone, I'm getting divorced, right? We tell people when we're newly in a relationship. We tell you everything on Facebook. Now, if you're good at not telling that, great. But the truth is we tell you the shoes we just bought. We tell you if we just bought a sandwich at Jimmy John's. Social media captures that data. So if you can just adjust your budget just a little bit and invest some of that money into social media marketing, you can search by someone that's likely to buy, someone that's likely to sell, someone that lives near a golf course, and you can start to generate leads today. So adjust your marketing budget a little bit. Determine your average interactions. Where are they coming from? So on Facebook, what are the number of posts? How many posts do you make on Facebook? And you could do this weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually. Where are they coming from? Take this and build a spreadsheet in, let's just go with Microsoft Excel. You can handwrite it if you want. How many posts do you have on Facebook per week, per month? And if you build this out, you can recreate the form every year. How many interactions do you get on your post? And then what's the average? Now, some of you are thinking, Carrie, if I do this, I won't ever sell a house. Okay, fine. Then maybe you should look at January or February in the first quarter. Look at April, May, or June in the second quarter. Pick a month just to start to figure out what's happening in social media, because I get it. Most of us are independent contractors and we don't have a team. Now, if you have a team, someone on your team, this has to be their job. So determine your average interactions for all your social media. Key performance indicators for traffic. So when you determine this, what is your traffic baseline? Your baseline is your starting point. So if you don't have any traffic on social media, your starting point is 0. And then you have to determine what the goal is for every social media site that you're using. What is your goal for getting traffic? Now, when we talk about engagement key performance indicators, the average engagement for Facebook is 6.37%, based on the average engagement of 9.5 million fans, not friends, fans on Facebook. So if the baseline for engagement is 6.37%, if that's the base, if that's the average, we need to at least be at the average. So our goal is to at least be at the average. Now, this is not the median. It doesn't get rid of the outliers. So we need to try to make sure we're engaging people 6.37% of the time on social media. This will be different for Twitter. And it might be harder on Twitter because there's a lot more noise on Twitter, and the feed moves much faster on Twitter. Conversions, KPIs for conversions. Do you know your conversion rate? Are you converting leads? Again, some of you might start with 0. For me, I'm likely to get at least 1 lead from a video. At least 1 lead. My best was last year. I closed 6 deals from 1 2-minute video. That won't work every time, but think about the content. So what are your conversions? What are your key performance indicators for conversions? You need to know your baseline. And again, for most of us, it might be 0. Let's talk about Facebook. The highest traffic hours on Facebook are between 1 and 3 p.m. during the mid part of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday and Friday, engagement is much higher by 18%. So if you're not engaging any other day of the week, Thursday and Friday. Average time spent on Facebook is 20 minutes. So if people are spending 20 minutes, we need to reach them and not give them more than 20 minutes worth of video if you're going to create a video. Keep it simple. 50% of 18 to 24-year-olds go on Facebook when they wake up. 18 to 24-year-olds. So when do they really wake up? When do they go to work? So that we probably have to figure out. Baby boomers check social media between 6 a.m. and 11:59 a.m. And that's just like I think of my grandpa when he would get up in the morning, he'd grab the newspaper from the driveway and he'd come in, and that's what he did. He was looking at his Facebook back then. 42% of marketers report that Facebook is critical or important to their business. So if you are going to use social media, I recommend Facebook because Facebook is still the #1 used social media platform, and just consider adding one more. And if you don't have anything else, I recommend Instagram because Instagram is owned by Facebook. So you need to get ready and push the power button. If you're not moving forward, if you don't start, you can't be successful in digital execution. So the first thing you need to do is schedule a day to review your social media. And a friend of mine likes to call it her business development day. Do you have one? Are we just running, and just showing houses and then we're exhausted? You need to take a day, maybe it's half a day, to have a business development day. And in that, you should schedule a day to review your social media. So everything we've already talked about, review your social media. How many platforms do you have? Which ones are you actually using? If you're using them, which ones can you make better? And which ones can you start converting people on? Pick one platform to update and share to consistently based on your social strategy, because it will be different for all of us. Create a budget for social media marketing. Track your results monthly. And like I said, if you can't do it monthly, at least look at 1 month every quarter. And then make changes as necessary. Follow up on leads. The average consumer wants a response within 10 minutes. The average client wants to be responded to within 30 minutes. Follow up is key for a realtor. If you are not following up, you are losing out on the opportunity to create leads. Digital execution does not have to be hard. You have to start. Take time today, go back through the webinar, start your Excel spreadsheet. If you're not savvy with Excel, a sheet of paper is great. Plan your social media, create a digital marketing strategy that works for you. I'm Carrie Little. Thank you for joining me. Check me out on my blog at smartgirlmedia.com.